Hi everyone, today I'll be doing a reading for the sign of Cancer, as it is now Cancer season. We also have Mercury in retrograde in Cancer, so there's a lot of Cancer energy going on. I'm a Cancer sun myself. I'm also a Cancer Mars, so my birthday's coming up. I feel like this time of year, when it hits Cancer season, I'm feeling all types of things. So Cancer. I feel like a lot of stuff is coming up with this Cancer Mercury retrograde. A lot of old feelings. You know how Cancers are nostalgic, so I feel like a lot of Cancers are going through waves of nostalgia. Old memories and feelings are coming up. I feel like, you know, in Mercury retrogrades, it's typical for your ex or your ex whoever to come back and try to slide in your DMs, try to talk to you. But I think specifically because Mercury is in retrograde in Cancer, I feel like it's specifically a type of ex, a type of feeling from an ex that's going to be a lot of emotions and digging up old stuff from the past. I think a lot of people are going to have some clingy, emo exes come back. It's possible. But yeah, let's get into this reading. My friend used to make fun of me for the way I shuffled, but I don't think there's a wrong way to shuffle. Spirits, do you have any information, messages of truth, positivity, light, healing, love for Cancer? This is for Cancer in the upcoming months. Just saw the Chariot reversed. Cancer card in reverse. Usually I let a couple fall out, if any are trying to get out, and then I'll pull. There's that Chariot reverse. And we have the Emperor in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Alright. So first we have the Two of Pentacles reversed, the Sun reversed, the King of Wands reversed, the Two of Cups reversed, a lot of reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Chariot reverse, which is your card of Cancer. And then we have the Lovers in reverse as the overall energy. We also have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck in reverse. I feel like with the overall energy, you feel out of balance. Something's not right. Your harmony, your peace is not in line. Cancers, you're feeling a little bit rocked, a little bit out of balance. You generally have this like energy of positivity and love when things are going good, but things maybe aren't going good and you just feel out of balance. You feel like you don't have that typical I love everyone energy that you love to give out. Things definitely feel out of balance. It could just be internally, or it could be externally too. There could be a lot of external factors for a lot of obvious reasons that are affecting your peace and your you know, easygoing mindset, your balanced mindset. You definitely feel out of balance. This is some Gemini energy too. With the Two of Pentacles, again, you're out of balance. You may need to get your priorities straight. You may be juggling a lot right now. You may be feeling a little out of control, out of balance. You may be feeling you don't have your finances in order. You don't have your material things in order. Cancers love security. They really do. I would say the same thing about the sister sign Capricorn. They're people of security. They like their comfort. They like their security. They like not necessarily predictability, but they like to feel safe. They like to have control over the things in front of them because it makes them feel safer and more secure. When you're not good with your finances, when things are out of line and with your money or your material wealth or your home life, things are not good. Things are out of balance. And maybe you're struggling to get them back into balance. It could just be that you either have too much on your plate or things are just out of whack and you need to start coming down on yourself to Get back in line with a routine, maybe a schedule, start managing your money better, managing your time better. Take more initiation to find that balance again. I think that also comes along with setting better priorities, reorganizing your priorities, reprioritizing the things you need to do to get to that place. But it's not just financially, it feels like it's emotional too. Emotionally, you feel out of balance. And we have the sun in reverse. Maybe you're just not happy. You're not in that positive, warm energy that you're hoping to be. Maybe you feel like things didn't turn out the way that you thought they would. Maybe you were trying to get your things in balance and in order, and things kind of got out of hand, and you're not, able to juggle it right now, and you feel like a little bit out of control, and like this kind of came onto you, and it's not very fair. You feel like your life was supposed to look different right now, and it's just not the picture of happiness. Maybe you're hiding, since you're usually so positive and outgoing and warm and friendly to a lot of people, you're hiding that part right now because you're hiding the fact that you're sad too. See, when things are good, Cancers are very open and outspoken and expressive about how they feel. When things aren't good, not always so much. I feel like a lot of people make assumptions about Cancer where they're the first ones to cry or have these outbursts. They're definitely expressive people, but I think that they can be very good at going in their shell and hiding their true emotions when they need to. And I think they don't really want to show that they're not very happy right now. With the King of Wands reversed, I feel like you had this passionate energy. You felt like at one point you were in control of your power, and maybe you feel like you've kind of lost that. You feel like you don't have your power right now, and you want to. It's Cancer season. You should be thriving right now, but a lot of you may feel like you're really not, and it feels like maybe you're out of a little control. Maybe you had a hit to your ego in some way. Definitely the Sun card reversed. There was a hit to your ego, your childhood ego. You took a hit. You took a step back. Maybe someone challenged your ego. I want to get a clarification for this one. I feel like it has something to do with you feeling out of control of your energy. Definitely feels like an ego thing. Like I'm embarrassed. Maybe I don't want to show people how I feel because I'm embarrassed. This is about my ego. I don't want to open up and share that because this is fire energy. This is Leo. This is fire energy. Those type of people don't share when they've taken a hit to the ego. They don't want people to see that vulnerable part of them. And as much as Cancer is a vulnerable sign, there's a lot of reasons why they cannot be. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Clarification for King of Wands reversed. The World card. Maybe this is part of a cycle that you needed to do. The World card is about cycles and your purpose. I feel like you may be going through a period where you're not in your place of ego. You've really been knocked out of that space of ego. You've been knocked out of that confidence. Maybe you feel like you're off your game, not just in like terms of dating or whatever, but like you're just off your game. Like maybe you once were in a place where you were in the upright Two of Pentacles and you were thriving and you had all your shit together, and you were in a place where you were upright Sun and you felt good and confident and positive, and you were in a King of Wands where you were in control and you felt powerful and you were in your power and you were exercising your like Cancers are bad bitches. They can really be that. But all this is in reverse. I feel like you really took a hit to your ego. And you just are not opening up to people about it because it's too much to be vulnerable right now. There's too much out of whack for you, out of balance. All these things, like I feel like finances, emotions, control, and power, all of those are out of balance, and it's making you feel really out of balance. Your harmony is not there. Your peace isn't there. You don't feel like on two steady feet. And I think this might have been necessary. It might be possible that this was a necessary part of a cycle that you're going through. You had to get knocked off your ego for a little bit and taken a step back, step out of that subconscious and step into a more a more observant place. Maybe you really had to get knocked out of your ego state to be put into a place where you can observe yourself. Maybe you're in a place right now where you really got to take a step back and observe what's happening to your emotions. Not just like, I am in me and I am feeling my emotions. It's stepping outside of that and almost like looking in at yourself. You ever had a dream where you feel like you're watching yourself? It's almost like that. It's like you have to watch yourself to observe it from a different perspective to see maybe why you are feeling like this, why things are out of balance for you. I feel like this is part of a cycle that you need to complete. This might be part of the end of a cycle. You may be between cycles right now. We did just have a solar eclipse, which can be a really big milestone marker. It was supposed to close a cycle from the last eclipse, which I believe was, I feel like it was August 2018, but I remember someone saying it was August 2019. I could be wrong. But that solar eclipse we just had, that closed that whole cycle, year or two cycle. So you may be at the beginning of a new cycle and it feels really unfamiliar, and maybe that's why you feel out of whack. Cancers do not like, unfamiliarity. They like to find their comfort and safety fast, but sometimes you have to be in a place where you're not in your ego, you're not in your comfort zone, and that's the beginning of a new cycle where you're trying to navigate it and figure it out. Again, out of balance. Your Two of Cups, your connection with yourself. I feel like a lot of people talk about the Two of Cups as a connection with another person, but it can have so much to do with your connection to yourself, your balance and harmony within yourself, your emotional well-being, emotional balance, your ability to allow yourself to give and take within yourself, to feel what you feel and let go what you need to let go. I feel like even that is out of balance. I feel like all these different aspects in your life are feeling really out of balance. But it might be necessary. It might be part of a cycle. I'm going to get a clarification on that Two of Cups reversed. I get a clarification on the Two of Cups reversed. The Ten of Wands reversed. I feel like you're feeling out of balance, and maybe this is about a connection with someone, but I feel like it has to do with yourself. This feels very personal. Like it's very internal, where you feel out of balance within yourself and you're kind of at a point where you're like, dude, this is so much to carry, and you know what? I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna release it. I feel so out of control right now that I'm just gonna release it, because what else are you gonna do? Sometimes you really have to let go of control. Sometimes you really have to let go of control, because you may be forcing too hard and trying to have like a tight grip, a tight hold on it. But sometimes you just gotta let go. It's too many wands to carry. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like you are trying to get things going. You're mentally trying to stimulate yourself. You're mentally trying to like push yourself to like get back up and keep going. But the problem is that you're a little directionless. It's like you want to move forward, but you're not in some way, because maybe you don't have a specific goal or end game that you're planning for. You're trying to move forward, but you're going in the wrong direction because you haven't yet figured out what direction it is you're trying to go in. You're definitely not feeling in your Cancer energy. You're feeling out of whack with your Cancer energy. You feel out of control. I'm going to get a clarification on the Chariot reverse. Can I get a clarification for the Chariot reverse for Cancer? The King of Pentacles. You may not know what your career goals are. You may not know. The King of Pentacles is about financial stability, having your own. The King of Pentacles is working so hard and getting to where you need to be financially. You set yourself up for something, you had your goal, you worked toward it, you created this abundance for yourself. You've established yourself, your professional reputation. You're well managed, you know how to manage your money. You have it all together. You did that yourself. Because Cancers are like that. People underestimate them a lot. Cancer is a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs work. They get to work. Cancers are work-driven people. They work hard because they want to work for their security. They want to work for that. And if anything, at the end of the day, that's their work motivator. They may feel really out of whack right now, but they're still trying to move forward because they want to reach this place of security. They just don't know how to get there. They feel directionless. They don't know what's going to get them to that. Maybe they don't know what their passion is. They haven't found the right job for them yet. Maybe they're in a place where they're doing a job where you're really not fulfilled. You really want to reach this, and it is possible. But you can't get there right away. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. And it takes knowing what you're good at. It takes discovering what it is you're passionate about, what it is you're good at. And then you can begin to move forward and push forward. This is entirely possible. You may be out of whack right now with finances. You may not have the stability and security that you thought you would. But it may be because you haven't found that job that keeps you going, that passion. You haven't found what your calling is, maybe. And it makes you feel really, really out of balance. I know I've used that word so many times. I'm sorry. It's just there's so many, like, Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Lovers, it's all about, like, imbalance. And I see a lot of lack of control. I see a lot of, like, fighting to regain that control, but the more you fight, the more it's slipping away from you, and the more you grab for wands, the more that fall out of your hand. The more you try to push forward, the further in the wrong direction you may be going. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. I don't know why 3. I got the 8 of Wands. Interesting. Whoa. Any other messages for Cancer? Sorry guys, the camera cut out. I think I ran out of memory space. I had to clear that up. So I pulled 3 more cards. And I got the 8 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands reversed. There's a lot of wands in this. And a lot of fire energy. With the 8 of Wands, things may be changing fast. I feel like things might be happening sooner than you think. You may have some communication coming in, or things just falling into line really quickly. There may be something happening soon that just, things kind of fall into place, or start to get back into alignment at least. See how they're really parallel and lined up? Things might start to fall back in line. And you have the Knight of Wands. I feel like what you really want and need is to get that passionate energy back. You want to get to that place where you're ready to just push forward and passionately move into something. But I think the Page of Wands reversed is not knowing what to put your energy into. You may be starting to rev up that energy again and start to gain some of that back, but it's not like a single point that you're grounding your passionate energy into. You feel a little lost with that still. And again, that didn't clarify, that kind of perpetuated the original message, but I feel like you have this energy, you have this drive, you have this passion. You know, Cancers are very passionate people, but with the Page of Wands reverse, you don't know how to manifest it into something tangible. You don't know how to put it to work and use it to your advantage to get to your King of Pentacles. You may be feeling a little lost, a little aimless. I think your passionate energy is a very positive thing to have. I think as long as you learn how to channel that into something that brings you joy, something that brings you more stability, something that makes you feel powerful and good about yourself and confident, I think things will start to fall back into line. I think as long as you can harness and channel that energy into something that you care about and something, you know, maybe one specific thing, maybe you're scattering it across too many planes. Maybe you need to focus your energy. And things could happen quick when you do. I'm gonna pull one more card. Just one more. Any other messages for Cancer for the upcoming months of 2020? I don't really have a specific time frame for readings. I feel like time is really fluid. Okay, so the Six of Wands came out in reverse. Cancer, I feel like you're on a journey. You're on a very personal journey. You're trying to discover how to find balance within yourself. You're trying to discover what it is you're passionate about so that you can regain stability and security in your life. You're trying to find balance in a lot of things, but it's part of a cycle that you're going through, and it's very personal. It's a very personal journey. It's okay to keep it private sometimes. It's okay to be directionless. It's okay to be lost. It's okay to feel really lost and aimless. If you feel lost right now, it's okay. That's okay. It's okay to feel out of balance. I think a lot of people are feeling on really shaky ground. I think that's really natural, but I think there's a way to, I think in another way, there's some things from the past that you may be needing to let go of. You may not be moving on from the past, and you need to let go of some swords so that you can move your boat forward. I think there's some negativity and mental blockage that you need to release in order to move forward, in order for this Six of Swords to be upright. There's a lot of things that looks like it's blocking you. You feel blocked. You feel like it's kind of out of your control. You feel like your energy is blocked. Your happiness is blocked. Maybe you're going through a creative rut, a writer's block. But the Knight of Swords is here. You want to move forward. You know you can. You have the mental capacity within you. But you may need to let go of something. You may just be like fighting too hard and trying to have too much control. And that's why you're not moving forward. Maybe that's why you're stuck. But this is all part of a cycle. You need to go through it. I think in order to move forward and have the Chariot upright in reverse, you need to let go of some mental setbacks, some mental blockage, some things in your head, some mindsets and some narratives in your head, some negative narratives in your head that are keeping you from moving forward. Yeah. Cancer, that's all I have for you. I hope this was of any help or guidance. I hope these messages came through clearly enough and I was able to express them and communicate them clearly. Tune in soon and I will be doing the other signs for the upcoming months. I think I'm going to do like July to August, like as a time frame. I think that'll be a good time frame for the rest of the signs. So Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful Cancer season. Remember to ground yourself. Remember, communicate clearly. Say what you mean. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't let this Mercury retrograde get to you too hard. It's hard on all of us, but there's plenty of ways to make the best of it and remain positive. It's your season. Have a good season. Have a good birthday. Enjoy yourself. Alright, I'll see you next time, Cancer.